Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rodney, and what is good? So this is finally a live video, and I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. I'm just gonna start from December till now, and I'm just gonna tell you guys what's happened. Let's start off with me living in Charlotte. As y'all know, I was living in Charlotte. I moved to Charlotte in, I say about July or August, like mid-July. And I have been living there for about 6 months. And, you know, living there, I've met a lot of amazing people. I got a lot of amazing friends from there. I have just a lot of supportive people in Charlotte that I've met. And love is the day I met. This is where it all started, on December 11th. So I met somebody that is very special and dear to my heart to this day, on December 11th. And we met on a app, which I'm not going to disclose. So it was like, you know, can I get your number? I was like, sure. So I gave the person my number, and like I have to kind of talk about this part because this kind of not really evolves around like my whole entire life, you know, since that day. So I have to really talk about this part because, you know, it kind of revolves around why I'm back in Anderson, kind of, but not all the way, but kind of. But anyway, so December 11th, gave a person my number, and, you know, we were talking and stuff like that, and and then we started getting feelings for each other. And I am not talking about like, oh, you know, we're talking sometimes like our feelings were so deep, and still today are deep, and so mutual. Like we both wanted to be with each other. So we've been talking and stuff like that. So I was scared. I was coming home on the week of Christmas because my grandmama's birthday is on like a day before Christmas Eve. And so, you know, we had a party, and my grandmama is 92, you guys. I said that in my brother attack video. If y'all want to go watch that video, you can if you want to learn more about my brother, if you have not watched it. But anyway, yeah, so my grandma's birthday is like on the week of Christmas. So, you know, I was coming home just to, you know, celebrate my grandma's birthday, and just to, you know, come home, because I haven't been, like, before like that, I haven't been home since December 11th, because I left to go back to Charlotte on December the 11th. So yeah, so I really didn't get to talk to the person. You know, I didn't really get to meet the person because the day that I was, you know, here, I was leaving to go back to Charlotte. Home that week, and the person that I am currently, and the person that I was currently talking to, said, you know, let's go out to eat, and, you know, take you out to eat and stuff like that. So I was like, sure. And, you know, at this time, you know, we know each other a little bit. You know, we've been talking for about a couple of days, about 2 weeks and a half. So, you know, I feel like we knew each other in one way, but not all the way, but we knew enough each other to, you know, to go, you know, finally go out dating and stuff like that. You know, to go out to eat, talk and stuff like that. So we are out to eat, and, you know, we're talking about love, and, you know, love at first sight and stuff like that. And like our feelings were so mutual, and to this day there's still like that strong love is still there. Like, it's still there. And I'm just gonna say this, like, the way that, you know, while I'm sitting at this table and we're talking, I really was examining, and I have not told this person, so if you're watching this is like some extra tea that I haven't told you. And while I'm sitting there, you know, I'm really thinking, like, you know, and I knew this, I said, this person is really going to change my life. And at that point, I had to make a decision on, did I want this person to change my life in a good way. And as we're sitting there talking and stuff like that, you know, I'm still asking a question, like, in my head, like, do I want this person to change my life? And you know, we're sitting there and we're talking about past stuff and all that stuff like that. And you know, we're just talking about feelings and stuff like that. Now, I know it was wrong to catch feelings, but we have already been talking like 2 weeks before actually coming to this point. So you know, we already caught feelings for each other at this point. So it's like, it's like, why not? Tell them how we really feel about each other, and just for us to meet face to face and stuff like that. So I made a decision after the dinner. I said yes, I want this person to change my life. They have. So now that has happened, and it's time for me to go back home. So I'm just going to fast forward a little bit because I don't want y'all to know the in between stuff. So because I have to rush it, not rush it, but So fast forward, time to go back to Charlotte, and this person was going to Durham, North Carolina to see their friends, and the person asked me did I want to go with them, and we were going to spend New Year's Eve up there and stuff like that, and bring the New Year's with them and all the type of stuff like that. So I said sure. So I went to go be with their friends and stuff like that. We're up there just, staying up for New Year's and stuff like that, so that person could just be with their friend which they haven't seen in a long time. So we're up there, and I don't know, like our feelings were so deep for each other, and there still are. It was like I feeling so deep. So after the trip, it's time to go back home, and I'm going back to Charlotte. I'm not going back to Anderson. So. And the whole time I was like, the closer I was getting to Charlotte, I was like, man, I really don't want to go back to Charlotte. Like, I really want to go back living my life in Anderson. And so I was like, maybe this is just something I'm feeling or something like that. I said, maybe it's just, just a little feeling. So I get back to Charlotte, and the person dropped me off, and he go back to Anderson, and Anderson's only 2 hours away from Charlotte. So yeah, he goes back to my hometown, which is Anderson, and the whole time I'm in Charlotte, I'm like, man, like the next day, like honestly the same day, I'm like, man, I really don't want to be here anymore. And I don't know if it's I moved, like those feelings were because I didn't feel like being away from this person, because I know the feelings and the stuff that we talked about, the stuff we talked about and the feelings that I have for him, the feelings that me wanted me to be closer to this person, or it was just that I was tired of living in Charlotte and ready to go back home. So I called one of my friends. I was like, man, I have a feeling to really move back to Charlotte. And he was like, I'll move back to Anderson. And my best friend was like, there's nothing wrong with doing that. He was like, maybe you had to get away from Anderson for a little while just to breathe and come back and just start over in a new way. And I was like, that's true. So I said, well, if I'm still feeling this way, and it's like Monday or Tuesday, I got back home on Monday, and I was like, well, if I'm still feeling this way by Thursday, then I'm coming home on Saturday. I said I'm just gonna go home because I don't want to be up here anymore if I'm still feeling this type of way. So Thursday comes, and I'm literally still feeling the same way like I felt once I got dropped off from the person that, from the person I was talking to. I still felt the same way, and I kept telling the person I was talking to, who was FaceTime myself, it's like, man, I really don't want to be here anymore. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna move back. So Saturday comes, I pack my stuff Friday, and I move back on Saturday. So I'm back in Anderson, and we're currently just still talking and stuff like that. Like, we're not in a relationship at this point. Watching this because I know the stigmatism that I live in the South, and the way that I've been looked up to in the South it's just it's very, very hard. So first I'd like to say this, and this is hard for me to say because it was hard for me to tell my mom. And let me get some water. So the thing I've been wanting to tell you guys is this, I'm gay. I was gay in March. It was March the 18th. At this point, my mama knows, I'm just gonna say it, my boyfriend really well. My mom loves my boyfriend. At this point, like, she, you know, likes him because he's, you know, over here all the time and stuff like that. So I told my mom March 18th I was gay. And the way she took it at first, it was like, you know, you better not be gay, you better not be telling you gay, and you know, I raised you better than that, like, you know, that type of jazz, you know, like, I raised you better than that, and you know, all that type of stuff. It was hard for her to grasp at first, you know, because, you know, coming from the South, especially for me, I'm just gonna talk about me. I'm the oldest in my family. Okay, how can I say this? I'm the oldest in the current generation in my family. So everybody looks up to me and kind of looks up to me, like my younger cousins and stuff. They look up to me in my family. So it's like, you know, it's hard because that's why, I don't know, my mom looked at me as a way as like, you know, you are, you know, the man of the family at this point. Like, you know, you are, you know, the next, you know, generation. You know, you lead this generation because you're like one of the ones that, you know, are one of the oldest of the generation that you're in, of our family. And so, you know, with me being gay, because I for one, I live in South Carolina, so that's already the thing. Part number two, religion is just, you know, and I'm a Christian. I'm still a Christian as that. I still go to church. I love God the same way that I, you know, love God before I even told my mom this. And, you know, I wish, you know, that, homosexuality will be normal in the world, but it's really not. It's looked at as something it's odd, it's not natural, it's, you know, looked up as normal, especially living in the South and being, for one, being black and gay, living in the South for me and for a male man is so hard, especially in South Carolina. It's hard because you're always being looked on and talked about and stuff like that. But as me and my mom were talking, you know, she was like, you know what, I still love you, and, you know, even though it's gonna take me time to accept that you're gay, I'm willing to go through that journey with you. And those words made me really, wow, those words made me really appreciate. Those words really made me appreciate my mom, that she still loves me even though I'm gay, because I thought that she was going to ostracize, you know, cast me away. You know, I thought she was not going to deal with me anymore because of I'm gay, because I know how it is, you know, in South Carolina, and, you know, the religion on top of that, like, you're going to hell, burn in hell if you're gay. Like, I was happy to see that she said that, you know, that she still loves me the same way that she does. And she still loves my boyfriend. And to be honest, to be frank, she loves my boyfriend. Like, my boyfriend comes over mostly once or twice a week because of our conflicting schedule. We don't get to see each other as much as we would like to. But when he does come over, you know, my mom is always talking to him and they're always laughing with each other. And, like, the only thing that I've always wanted is for me to come out to my mom that I was gay, and for my mom to accept my boyfriend for the way that he is. And that's something that I've always dreamed of and wanted, and like for it to actually come true is like a dream really come true. For all this is still going on, my mom loves me and my boyfriend for the way that we are. Yeah, that's really what has really been going on in my life for the past 3-4 months now. you know, I know in this video is for anybody, any kid that's out there really struggling with, you know, really coming out to your parents, because I understand that it's hard, especially if you live in the society I live in, which is very, you know, religious, Christianity type of style family, you know. And I have not told any of my family this because my mom said that it's none of their business. The only person that needs to know is her. So if any of my family is watching this and you can't accept me for who I am and for, you know, the way that I am, then that you really don't love me the way that you say that you love me. Because if you love me, you accept me for the way that I am, and that's all I'm going to say on that. You know, only people I need to love me at this point is my boyfriend, God, and my mom. And if that's the only people that love me at the end of the day, then I'm willing to face that, and I'm willing to accept that. So yeah, you know, that's all I have to say on that, because I know that this video is going to start some, you know, even to people that, friends and stuff that know me, like, same message goes to you as well. You know, you don't have to speak to me anymore. If you want to cut me off, I'm fine with that. You know, my life is really complete because I have the person that I've been dreaming of for my whole entire life. And as long as I have him in my life, I don't care about anybody else at this point. As long as I have my mom and God and my boyfriend, I'm fine. So yeah, so that has really been my life up until this point. And I honestly say that I'm happy. I'm not sad, I'm not depressed. I am in a very, very good state in my life right now, and I just really want to thank God for really putting me in this space in my life. Because like I'm more happier than I have been. Because 2017, I'll say this in like all my favorite video, 2017 really treated me like hell. Treated me like crap, and I'm not even lying. Like my life, and I tell my boyfriend this all the time, like my life changed when I met him for the good. When I met him, my life totally changed, and I tell him this because he's really not the type of, like, I don't know, he's romantic, but he's, you know, I'm a Cancer, so you know I like to be affectionate. I show my affection by telling him, you know, saying stuff. You know, every time I try to be affectionate, he rolls his eyes, but that's besides. Oh yeah, that's it for my life video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed all this whole entire story. If you did, go ahead and give me this video a big thumbs up. Also, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if this is your first time to my channel, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.